China is a country of 1.4 billion people. Lithuania is a country of 2.8 million people. China is the world's second largest economy. Lithuania is the world's 83rd largest economy. China is the world's third most powerful country according to the Global Firepower Index. Lithuania is the world's 85th most powerful country according to the Global Firepower Index. China sees Taiwan as its own province. Lithuania considers Taiwan a free and sovereign province. The people of China love Chinese phones. The people of Lithuania hate Chinese phones. China is a morally corrupt and soon-to-be bankrupt country. Lithuania ranks 11th in the ease of doing business rankings. Oh, by the way, did you know China manipulated data to boost its ease of doing business rankings? Despite being so mighty, so powerful, and so big, China has just got smacked by Lithuania, and it's entirely the CCP's fault. Hi and welcome. This is TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Sanbir Ranhotra, and in this video I will tell you how Lithuania has told its citizens to stop buying Chinese phones and throw away the existing ones. Let's begin. In a major embarrassment for China and its snoopy Chinese Communist Party, the Baltic nation of Lithuania delivered it yet another massive blow, with potential ramifications for China's smartphone industry worldwide. Lithuania's defense ministry recommended that consumers avoid buying Chinese mobile phones and advised people to throw away the ones they currently have, after a government report found the devices had built-in censorship capabilities. Concerns have been abounding across the world regarding the security of Chinese smartphones and electronic products, and how user privacy could, in fact, be gravely impacted for those who use products belonging to Chinese companies. Reuters reported that flagship phones sold in Europe by China's smartphone giant Xiaomi Corp have a built-in ability to detect and censor terms such as Free Tibet, Long Live Taiwan Independence, or Democracy Movement. Lithuania's state-run cybersecurity body said on Tuesday, "Our recommendation is to not buy new Chinese phones and to get rid of those already purchased as fast as reasonably possible." The National Cybersecurity Center added that censorship capability in Xiaomi's Mi-10T 5G phone software had been turned off for the European Union region, but can be turned on remotely at any time. Lithuania's cybersecurity body also said that the Xiaomi phone was sending encrypted phone usage data to a server in Singapore. Furthermore, a security flaw was also found in the P40 5G phone manufactured by China's Huawei. Lithuania says the list of terms and phrases that could be censored by the Xiaomi phone system apps, including the default internet browser, currently includes 449 terms in Chinese and is continuously updated. This is not the first time Lithuania has taken on China and left Beijing furious. As reported by TFI in July, Lithuania had decided to have a Taiwanese representative office in its capital city, Vilnius. With this move, Lithuania had become the first country in Europe to use the word Taiwan in representative offices or de facto embassies opened by Taipei in capitals across the world. Interestingly, Taiwan's representative offices are usually named as Taipei representative offices. The last time Taiwan opened a representative office in Europe was in the Slovak capital Bratislava in 2003. Ever since Lithuania okayed the opening of a Taiwan representative office on its soil, China has been seething with anger. Relations between the two countries have remarkably deteriorated in the past 2 months. Subsequently, in July, Lithuania announced plans to establish representative offices in Taiwan and several other Asian countries, with a view of increasing its export markets. Lithuania's Economic and Innovation Minister, meanwhile, hopes to open a Lithuanian trade office in Taiwan in October or November. While Lithuania is enhancing its ties with Taiwan, it is strategically decoupling from China and showing other European countries how the job is to be done. Lithuania withdrew from the 17+1 cooperation mechanism, which includes China and Central and Eastern European countries, in May of this year, stating that it fears the proposal will fracture the European Union. Lithuania is not alone in waging a campaign against Chinese smartphones. India's government, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, is skeptical of Chinese smartphone brands compromising users' privacy and safety and leaking sensitive Indian data to handlers in China who can very well have ties to the Chinese Communist Party. Furthermore, Chinese smartphone brands were really establishing a monopoly over the Indian market with their dirt cheap offerings. This was proving to be bad for competition, especially non-Chinese brands. So, last year, India hiked the goods and services tax rates for handsets. This has resulted in Chinese smartphones being no longer considered cheap in India. In the long run, this will affect sales and lead to Indian consumers preferring non-Chinese brands, since the price difference between them and Chinese brands would be reduced. The cumulative loss, therefore, will be felt by Chinese smartphone brands. Lithuania's attack against Chinese smartphones comes at a precarious time when the Red Row country is dealing with an unprecedented semiconductor shortage. For China, semiconductors are an indispensable product. The semiconductors are the most essential part of any consumer electronics and technology equipment. China is, however, completely dependent on imports for sustaining its inflating semiconductor demand. China's chip fortunes have taken a hit ever since the Trump administration announced that it would narrowly and strategically target Huawei's acquisition of semiconductors. Thereafter, former President Donald Trump decided to push the envelope and blacklisted the Semiconductor Manufacturing International Corporation, or SMIC, China's largest semiconductor manufacturer. This effectively crippled China's semiconductor industry. Now, Quad, which together accounts for over 30% of all chip making capacity in the world, is pushing for the linkage of semiconductor supplies with democratic values. This will end up spelling doom for China and its economy. As the world realizes that Chinese smartphones are, in fact, tools used by the Chinese Communist Party to snoop over people around the globe, the Red Row country's economy will suffer further degrowth. Lithuania might just have laid the first brick of China's tombstone.